Welcome everyone to my review of IDW Sonic issue 35 and part 3 of Chow Races and Badnik Bases. Time to recap what happened last time, and I'm saying this right now, I'm bumping spoilers up to super Omega levels. You'll see. Things were rough for a bit at the Chow Races. While Cheese ultimately won, that meant Cream's weapon of mass destruction is going to be Clutch's new prize. Rouge tries to double-cross the possum, but it didn't work. Shadow had to come to their rescue. He believed Clutch would lead him to Eggman due to hoarding all that tech. When that went nowhere, he found something else that made him do a roundhouse on Clutch's head. A whole bunch of Chow locked in the cage. That would have been Cheese's fate. Everything seemed wrapped up on their end, except for Rouge's encounter with the hooded figure. How did she get away in the first place? At the Badnik base, Sonic and Tails encountered a wooden robot named Belle, who's looking for her creator. Unfortunately, this meeting drew Tails away from trying to hack into Eggman's computer, meaning the base sounded the alarm and reactivated all the dormant Badniks. The beat Badniks continued to come towards the trio. Sonic can only handle them for so long before things go bad. Tails lures some of them over to the sealed door. The explosions wedged it open enough for Sonic, who's carrying Belle, to use his momentum to kick it down. Sonic speeds ahead and Tails is about to follow until he's trapped by an egg keeper. Belle rescues him by pushing herself through the field, freeing him in the process. What is it with these two and egg keepers all of a sudden? One went after both last issue, and now this. Sonic returns to grab them both, and they bolt out of the base. After relaxing in the nice cold snow, Tails checks his Miles Electric to find a message from Rouge. She tells them to come to White Park right away because she has an emergency on her end. That's odd, considering I just mentioned that things were fine on their end in the recap. Either she's referring to an event we haven't seen yet, or she's lying about the emergency to get Sonic and Tails there faster. Whatever the case, I think the hooded figure's involved. Belle wants to come along since her hiding place is compromised and she has nowhere else to go. Plus, she wants to prove she's not dangerous to the heroes. They agree, but Belle may soon regret her decision as she has to ride there Sonic style, much to her horror. They make it to White Park and Sonic and Belle meet up with Amy in the chateau. Tails went off to chat with Rouge about that emergency. Amy's a little weirded out by Rouge's word choice, but she still leads the two to Clutch's penthouse. Once there, Cream explains they cannot break open the cage without risking all the Chow inside, and there are too many locks. Luckily, Belle can handle locks thanks to her multi-tool hands, while saying, if there's something that could use a little tinkering, I'm your girl. They're not trying to be subtle here. Amy pulls Sonic aside and tells him she's got a bad feeling about Rouge and Tails. To put her mind at ease, Sonic will head out to track them down. The timing couldn't be more terrible as after Sonic leaves, it turns out that Clutch the Possum was playing possum. Before he splits, he's going to show the group why it's not a good idea to try and double cross him. This involves reactivating Badniks to attack them. Here we go again. General goes straight for the smaller Badniks heading towards Cream and Belle, while Amy takes on the snowy Badnik. Her hammer barely dings the thing. She's not giving up that easily. She just needs to change tactics, like whack objects at the Badnik. Elsewhere, Tails regains consciousness and is tied up alongside Rouge. They are on a roller coaster along with the hooded figure. It seems Rouge ambushed Tails after he landed in a certain spot. Off panel, of course. There's only a finite amount of pages available, you see. Rouge's ambush was not her fault. The hooded figure hypnotized her into doing his bidding. He plans to have some more quality time with her and Tails once they leave the park. Sonic, who's perched on the track's flags in order to get a better view, spots the occupied coaster nearby and gives chase. Suddenly, a rogue cart from the sky crashes in front of Sonic and he falls off. No, seriously, it just appears out of nowhere. I got some words for this later. Sonic is saved by Shadow. This guy's been on a roll with the just-in-time rescues this arc. They get back on the track, and the hooded figure decides now's the time to reveal his identity. The figure is the one and only Dr. Starline. I mean, who could have seen this come? Oh, who am I kidding? A lot of us figured it out a while back. Starline doesn't have time to fight Sonic and Shadow, so he invokes a cliche hero's dilemma. He triggers an explosion that causes an avalanche, and it's heading towards the chateau. So it's either save your friends, or the hundreds of ignorant innocents. First, I should give props to Clutch. I thought he was going to be a pushover, but no. He's probably been in some situations where people tried to double-cross him while making deals, and he knows how to handle those who don't play ball. Though I doubt he's experienced being kicked in the head by the ultimate life form. He's going to need some aspirin after this. I don't know if he will appear again in this arc, or get some sort of comeuppance down the line. Now I can finally talk about the real thread of the story, Dr. Starline. This is why I bumped spoilers up to Super Omega levels. I've said this before, but releasing alongside this story arc is the IDW Sonic miniseries Bad Guys, featuring Dr. Starline, which is set between issues 32 and 33. At the time of this recording, Part 3 recently came out, the ending showing Starline about to be attacked by some villains while he was reaching for the Tricore in his pocket. This issue revealed that not only does he survive the encounter, he still has the Tricore. At this point, we don't know if he got what he wanted in the miniseries, which is a new industrial base. That's why he's in disguise for a good portion of this arc. They don't want to spoil his involvement too soon. Even issue 36's solicitation kept his identity a secret. Whatever Starline came here for originally, his plans changed when he spot Rouge. He hypnotized her for information, to bring Sonic and Tails here, and he plans to take her and Tails to a test chamber somewhere else. Some of you are thinking, that's not Starline, it's probably Mimic. He can shapeshift into Starline, and he knew about the Tricore. Personally, I don't think so. First, Mimic is not as technical-minded. If he took the Tricore glove, he would not know every detail about it, like its ability to hypnotize people. Maybe. Second, when Sonic catches up to Starline on the roller coaster, the Doctor brought up their conflict in issue 14, which coincidentally took place in another snowy location. Don't think Mimic would know about this. Finally, having this be the actual Starline may serve a story purpose, if it goes where I think it's going. It's obvious to us who's Bell's creator by now. Now who was it that took that creator away? Yeah, that takes me back. Even if Bell and Starline never meet, hearing his name may trigger something in Bell. She may blurt out something to the characters that'll make them realize she was made by Mr. Tinker. I could be wrong like I have been in the past, but things are set up for this scenario. Why else would Evan send Bell to White Park? Also, when was Bell built? Was she built in the village? Or her former hiding place? So many questions. In case you can't tell, we have an art shift. Adam Bryce Thomas takes over penciling duties here. You can tell by some anime-esque panels here and there, and the appearance of Sheep Girl in the chateau. She's becoming the Where's Waldo of the comic whenever Thomas is on penciling duties. I think this is the first time Evan's written something in which she does not contribute to the art in any way, shape, or form. Okay, let's address the roller coaster attack. To me, it was a negative. At least how it was structured in the comic. I believe the idea was that Starline would get over to the last card and switch to power mode to break it and chuck it at Sonic, causing him to fall. The dialogue here implied the idea. And yet before and after the cart throw, the coaster had the exact same layout. Did Starline have a cart section on standby to hit Sonic at a certain point? Is this an art error? The point is, it's very confusing. Maybe they can adjust this when the arc goes into trade down the line. There are plenty of positive moments, such as characters having a chance to shine. Amy in particular shows some tact when it comes to Cream's welfare, and determination when she's up against a very large Badnik. Also, characters have moments when they lean on the fourth wall. Starline's guilty of this when he revealed himself. With the climax approaching, our heroes have a lot to deal with. While those in Clutch's penthouse have their hands full with Badniks, That's small potatoes compared to the massive avalanche heading their way. And if Sonic and or Shadow goes to stop it, that means they may lose Tails and Rouge to Starline. Omega better appreciate the hurdles they went through when he's finally reassembled. I'll see you in issue 36, which marks the end of the arc and the end of year 3. Somewhere, Sonic and Shadow shippers are squeeing at this image.